what do you want us to do about this assignment? Like, obviously now at the Nature Preserve, we've got to play it out with this attorney. We can't just walk away, or they'll just go right back to pulling off the highs.
Exactly.
So, meanwhile, what about the animals? You know, what about the wild animals? What about the wildlife corridor that's supposed to be protected? For him is a message, and why do you ask?
What's actually going on?
Somebody's asking about the oversight agencies, and we don't really know the answer to that. The oversight agencies in this dimension, Ground Zero, Planet Earth, who are supposed to be keeping an eye on things like this nature preserve, and we think they're rotten also,
Yeah,
and the
that's
only
true.
question is how rotten, and that's based on some self-dealings we've seen in
That's
this
right.
last 8 months. Been pretty ugly.
Oh, yeah.
So we know it's corrupt, and we don't know how corrupt, and we actually hope that we don't have to find out. But it might also be rotten to the top, unfortunately. For whom is the message? Why do you ask? They keep asking about the oversight agencies.
Yeah, they do.
All right, what about the oversight agencies? Well, there are different oversight agencies. It's like there's the Department of Environmental Protection.
Exactly.
And there's also the something like Fish and Wildlife Commission, and they
That's
seem to be
right.
openly, blatantly corrupt,
Yeah,
and they're
that's
just
right.
trying to get what they can get, both overall and individually.
That's right.
And the Department of Environmental Protection seems to be more of the remnants of the good guys kind of thing.
Yeah, that's right.
Like, they really seem to kind of care, and they kind of don't want to think that scientists are greenwashing
That's
studies and greenwashing actions. They want to think that maybe there's some good left in the world, and we know that feeling. We would like to think that also, that there's some good left in the world, but we would have to see proof of that.
That's right.
Because unfortunately, it's not looking good, because here we have had this pandemic shutdown. I don't know who's talking, but they're just on a roll. We've had this pandemic shutdown, and it was an opportunity for humanity to wake up, and it's kind of like humanity paused from the feeding frenzy, just paused, and now it's just kind of like back in the feeding frenzy.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
the only question is how they're going about the feeding frenzy. So it's really no change. The answer is no change. I think the answer is no change. Well, what's your perception? Any change?
No change.
No change. No change. We say no change. For him is the message. Why do you ask? It has to do with the timing between wake-up, shake-ups. They really would like to be able to salvage something from this so-called civilization.
That's right.
And as users of hot showers, we would also like to see that happen.
Sure.
Being big fans of cleanliness and easily available food and water and safe places to sleep and bug-free living. We're fans of all those things.
That's right.
But we acknowledge that this is an anomaly, both historically and globally, and that it's not likely to continue unless we change our selfish ways as a collective, as a society, and we don't see any sign of that.
No.
Just looks like the parade of selfishness is continuing.
Oh, yeah.
We're just passing all this on, but we're really more passing it on upstairs. We're reporting up. This is what we see. What now to stop the destruction in a fair and just way? Please, may we have a divine plan that's based in realities with dependable levels of backup that stops the destruction in a fair and just way. And another way of asking that is, what is the best possible outcome with dependable levels of backup and these realities? What is the best possible outcome? Not good.
No. That's not good.
What do you want us to do with the nature preserve? We've got to play it out. We've got to play out the legal investigation.
I hear you.
So friends, if you want us to play out the legal investigation down here, then who's doing the legal investigation upstairs? And because we know it intersects, we know that you're the ones telling us to do this, and you're telling us to do this so that you'll get data that you'll be able to present in your dimension to say, look, this is the test. We all agreed that we would take this sample, and however this sample turned out, that we would extrapolate to the larger situation. And so many times in the last 8 months, everybody upstairs has said, this is really a perfect example of the larger work,
Yeah,
because
that's right.
way out in the boonies,
Mhm.
which is what they've said about planet Earth all along, is like a completely unimportant planet in a very average galaxy in a place that nobody cares about.
Yeah, that's
So
right.
it's perfect for their experimentation. And that's what they're saying about this nature preserve. That it's out in the boonies, and it's a small group of people who parade around pretending to be do-gooders, but they're really just intending to pull off the biggest heist that they are able to pull off.
That's right.
That's their intent. So we're willing to pursue this. This is really unpleasant. Just so you know, we're not into this. We're not enjoying it. This is no fun for us, and it takes a significant amount of our grace, energy, finances, focus, assets, and time to engage in these activities. We're not getting paid. This is
No.
volunteerism, and it's many, many, many hours every week. It's full-time volunteerism on top of an already full schedule.
That's right.
So now what? And if you really want us to do it, then who do we report to upstairs? And it's like it's just going into the dead letter file or something like that. It's like that doesn't make sense. Do you see that? It's
Yeah,
like,
that's
where's this
true.
report going? It's like the dead letter file, or like the post office general delivery or
That's
somebody.
right.
Nobody goes to general delivery and says, hey, do you have an inconvenient report that I don't want to read?
That's right.
That's not how it works. May we have a name, please? Contact information.